Hey, my name is Just a Dog, and I am here to teach you how to create stinger animations like this one that I've made just yesterday because I found out how to do it in HitFilm. It is actually quite simple, and the only thing that you may struggle with is the exporting. So to start, we will just quickly create a new plane. Create a bunch of them. I usually like to do 3 or 4. And then we will create something that is called a composite shot. This will actually render our entire thing, and we want it to be 60 frames per second, so it's, or whatever you have on your stream, so it actually makes sense and looks good. So just do that. We will then go ahead and import our 3 planes into this composite shot. It's nice if you have set your background color to something vibrant, like this color. So you can now just take these and put them out of the way for now, because we will want them to not be in the picture at the start of the animation. So now you have this. I'm gonna set the background color to something else, since this is a little bit obnoxious to look at. Alright, you have your composite shot and your 3 planes in a position that is not in the frame. What you want to do is take these and search for the position keyframes. Now, just set these keyframes to be enabled. So now you should have 3 keyframes right here. It's probably a good idea to set these to smooth. And now what you want to do is scroll where you want the planes to appear, and just, what I like to do is not go ahead and just move this manually. I'll just simply go ahead and go down here to the planes, and when in the transform tab, just center in frame, do that to all of those. Where is it? Right here. Now these are all centered, and just smooth it out again. Now go ahead, do that same thing again. Just press the keyframe button, and now you can just move them out in any direction. I'm gonna go left, and that's essentially it. Now, if we look at this, these keyframes look good, yes they do, but they are not exactly what we want. What we want is to put these a little bit back, and then go top most inward, middle a little bit inward, and then the bottom keyframes just stay where they are. So now we have something that looks like this. And I personally think that looks way better. Now, of course, you can just play around with this. Just make sure that the keyframes at the bottom always appear last. Otherwise, they will not appear. Now, I'm gonna change these colors because they are kind of disgusting, like this one. I'm gonna make this one kind of magenta, and this one, I guess I can just make light blue. We kind of replace the previous background color, and now it looks like this. And if you want to add a logo, which I will do right now, just give me a second. You can see all of my stuff here. I'll just add my profile picture. If you want to add that, you just gotta toggle it on top. Now what I'm gonna do is actually go ahead and in controls, make it a little bit bigger. And then what we are going to do is right here, go down. But now we will look for effect, because we want to add the set matte effect. Now you can see in controls down here, there is a source layer, a matte source, and a blend and invert option. Now we're gonna, whatever the top layer is, the most top layer below your profile picture, just choose that. So this is now gone. Now we can keep alpha, and here we go subtract. And if we invert, this means that the top layer will now essentially reveal the profile picture. So let's just check that, and it does. Perfect. So this is essentially just it. You can play around with other effects and stuff like that. You can add text, which actually works pretty well. I'm just gonna figure out like this and scale this up pretty good too, of course. Center in frame, and then just copy this effect onto here. And now we'll just quickly go ahead and transport this down a little bit. So, and I could technically just use that in OBS right now. When the animation is done, you wanna, of course, cut it to where it's done. Again, uncompressed alpha, uncompressed AVI with alpha, and of course, either all of your planes and images have to be below the 4K threshold, or you have to have the upgraded version, and then you can just export right away. And done. So let's see. Of course, there is nothing really nice about this here. Of course, you'll have to have an AVI viewer to watch it, otherwise you'll just get the error code. And that's not ideal, of course. But usually, now I'm gonna take up OBS right here. I'm gonna go to properties, look for my desktop, HitFilm, the composite shot AVI, and when I go over to this scene, it works, as we say in Germany, HF5. And that is essentially just the end of the tutorial. And this is the end of the tutorial because there's nothing else really. You can just play around with effects, maybe fuck up your settings and have to reset the entire software. But who knows, maybe that helps you even. And I guess I'll see you